Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing the Amazing Spider-Man customs. And these are a group of customs I've been working on for quite some time. I hope you like them, and if you want to see a part 2 for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, comment down below and like this video. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into it. First up, we have Peter Parker himself. Now for Peter, I gave him Freddie Freeman's torso in olive green with Alfred's arms in the same color. I gave him these dark gray hips with these dark gray legs from Superboy. And I gave him the Elvis Presley or Egon Spengler hairpiece in dark brown with a normal face print. I think this one came out very good, and I think it's very accurate to the amazing character Andrew Garfield played. Next up, we have Andrew Garfield's homemade suit. I think this one came out very good. For this, I gave him a dark blue beanie with a custom superhero head in dark red with these black sunglasses. I gave him Freddie Freeman's torso, again in dark gray, with Deadshot's arms to represent his web fluid and his web shooters. I think that is shown. I think that's shown very well here. I gave him Superboy's hips in dark blue, and, Superboy's legs in dark blue, and I gave him some normal dark blue hips. There's a lot of people here. Next up, we have Gwen Stacy. It was hard picking a single outfit for Gwen Stacy, but I think it came out pretty good. For the hips, I used Lois Lane's with Lois Lane's pants. I also used Lois Lane's torso, but this time I used it in a black color. I gave her some short white sleeves and a custom head print with some bright red lipstick and some blonde hair. I think that really rounds out this custom, and geez, you want to walk in front of the frame? And I think it looks very good. I think it looks very accurate and to the character Emma Stone plays. This one is a little harder to do just because he has half an arm in the movie, but this is Dr. Curt Connors, who later turns into the Lizard. For this, I gave him this kind of wavy, dark tannish hair with this normal headpiece with these circular glasses. I gave him Constantine's torso in white with one arm with just the top of it being white and the rest being black with a black hand to represent his arm being missing. On the other, I gave him the Joker's arms in white with Commissioner Gordon's legs and hips also in white. Later on, you'll see his other counterpart, but I think for Dr. Curt Connors, this turned out very good. Speaking of his counterpart, this is the Lizard. I'm very happy with how this custom turned out, and we're gonna just quickly hop up here. What the heck? Anyway, this is the Lizard. This one was kind of difficult, but I think it turned out pretty good. For the legs, I used one of the 7 deadly sins. I used Pride's legs with Envy's hips. I gave him both of those in olive green. I gave him this olive green tail with Copperhead's torso in the same color. I gave him Envy's arms in olive green with olive green hands. And finally, I gave him Pride's head in olive green. A lot of parts from the 7 deadly sins, but I think that really helps it capture his kind of beastly nature he has, and I think it looks very accurate. Next up, we have Uncle Ben, and I think this was kind of a more difficult custom to make, but I think it turned out very good. For the torso, I used Billy Batson's his kid form from the Shazam movie in like this kind of brownish red color. For the arms, they are bronze tigers in the same color, with Superboy's pants in navy blue and some navy blue hips. I gave him this kind of gray wavy hairpiece and this kind of wrinkled face print with some black circular glasses. Uncle Ben's death is one of the saddest parts of every Spider-Man movie, but I think this turned out very, very good. You can't have this character, Aunt May, without Uncle Ben, so you can't have Uncle Ben without Aunt May. But anyway, for this I gave her Lois Lane's torso, hip, and leg pieces, and the only thing I changed was Lois Lane's torso. I made it dark gray, And I gave her these dark gray arms with this kind of wrinkled face print, but with this kind of brown hairpiece. I think a very simple custom, but I think it turned out very good. Next up, we have Peter's father, who actually makes an appearance in both films. And for this, well, flashback appearance, I guess. But for this, I gave him this kind of gray, wavy hair with a custom head print with the Adams glasses. I gave him Billy Batson kid version from the Shazam movies torso in this type of tannish, darkish tan color. I gave him Alfred's arms in that same color with some black hips and some black pants with black shoes. I think this looks pretty accurate to Richard Parker, and I tried to stay as faithful to the source material as I could. Next up, we have Mary Parker, aka Peter's mom, and I think this one came out pretty good. For this, I gave her the Black Widow type hair with a custom headpiece, and I gave her this kind of sweater piece in light gray with long sleeves, and I gave her Superboy's hips and pants both in black. Though it's a simple and short custom, I think it looks pretty good and pretty accurate. Moving on to our last three customs, we have Captain Stacy, also known as Gwen's father. Now for this, I used Shazam's headpiece with this brown wavy hair. I gave him these white arms to represent his undershirt, and the SWAT team torso piece in black to represent his vest. I gave him Live Wire's hips to represent the white shirt that he's wearing underneath. And I made those gray to match his pants, which are from Superboy. And those are also in dark gray. I think this custom is very good. And if you've seen The Amazing Spider-Man 1, you know Captain Stacy. He doesn't have too big of a part, but it's bigger than some other people. If you haven't seen these films, I highly recommend it. They're pretty good, but they're not the best films ever. I will say that, but they are pretty good films. Next up, we have this robber. I did remember his name, but I kind of forgot it now. But this is the guy who, spoiler alert, but you should know this already. Fast forward a couple seconds if you don't. This is the guy who kills, yeah, you've been warned. This is the guy who kills Uncle Ben in the movie. It's really sad, but this teaches Peter how to be a better person. For this, I gave him Billy Batson's torso in black with these gray arms. I gave him Superboy's hips and legs with no changes needed. I gave him this custom head print with these black sunglasses, and I gave him this kind of long, dirty, tan hair. I also gave him his pistol because sadly he has to use it against Uncle Ben because, well, I'm not going to say anything else. You better go watch the movie. They're really good movies. Go watch them now. I'm not going to give you too much backstory, but there's your little summary there. And that custom, pretty accurate to the character, I'd say, if you want to look it up, but I think it looks very good. Now we've reached our final custom of the video, and who else could it be but the one, the only, Spider-Man. Now this is a very unique Spidey suit that he has in this, and whenever I play the Amazing Spider-Man, whenever I play Spider-Man like PS4, PS5, this is the suit I usually go for. Now with the head and the torso, I knew it was gonna be hard, but we're just gonna get into it. For the head, I used Ares' head to get, because on his mask he has these kind of yellow tinted on his eyes. They're kind of yellow tinted, and I think that looks pretty good for that. With Beast Boy's torso in dark red and dark red gloves, I gave him Adam Strange's arms in dark red and navy in their residing colors, and I gave him this dark blue hip piece that kind of looks like it's going with the Beast Boy torso. And I finally, to round it out, I gave him these dark blue legs with these dark red boots. Altogether, I think these customs turned out really good, and I obviously would give him the ability to shoot webs, because if I didn't, it wouldn't even be Spider-Man. So let's be honest. But you know the drill. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on every live stream I do, because I usually try to be very social for you guys, and we usually have a lot of fun in those. Usually they'll be on Tuesdays, and we started a new project. We are making Batman Arkham Asylum in Fortnite Creative, and so if you want to see those, then check them out over there. We've made one part so far, but I'm very excited to do more in the following Tuesdays. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe. Like I said, I feel like I've dragged this bit on for too long, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.